Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to today's inspiration. Doris Victoria here. Thank you for being here with me today. Um, all right, so we had this powerful, amazing week with the 111 portal on Wednesday, the 1st of November. This is always, for me, it's an amazing date, and I'm always I'm having a date with myself. That day, I'm always having a date with the universe, many days in my life, actually. But this is one of my favorites because 111, the one for me is new beginnings. It's a portal, so to speak, through which we can move into a new version of ourselves if we are ready to do so. And so I used this past Wednesday to put a powerful intention out into the world, about how I imagine my life to be, how I imagine the world to be, this earth to be, people to be, nature to be, you know. So one of my biggest wishes for those of you who have been following me is, of course, peace on earth. And I want to talk about today in this frame of the portal of setting new intentions, that for me, the energy right now, and that's what I want to share with you today, the energy right now is really finding our voice. Who are you? Beyond your title, beyond your name. I have been talking about this in a different video already. Check out my other videos. Johann Strauss, the amazing Austrian composer, once said, "The human voice is the most amazing of all instruments, and yet the most difficult to use." I'll say it again. The human voice is the most amazing of all instruments. It's the most beautiful of all instruments, and yet the most difficult to use. And so I've been pondering, when I heard this phrase first in my life, it has always been, for me, it always has been a big theme to find my own voice here on earth, like for many of us. And so I had been pondering and contemplating about this quote, and as I am going a new path, I'm always, how can I say, the universe is always on our side. The universe is always walking with us as we're exploring new territories or paths that have never been walked by somebody before us. And this is kind of like finding your voice, walk a path that nobody has walked before you. And so as I was pondering about this quote from Johann Strauss, another beautiful saying from Henry David Thoreau came to me. And it said, "Most men lead lives in quiet despair and go to their graves with their song still inside them, yet never expressed." This is so beautiful. And it's bringing tears to my eyes because, as I said, this has been a big, big theme for myself. So I say it again, most men lead lives of quiet desperation and go to their graves with their song still inside them that has never been expressed. And so I have been talking about this a lot in my past videos. I quickly want to touch on this again because it is so important. We all have been conditioned to be somebody that we are not. Most of us have had trauma in our childhood or in our teenage lives, or sometimes there's even ancestral trauma. There is so much going on that is affecting our energy. And so most of us, when we came to earth, we were this pure, beautiful, vibrant energy, full of joy and love and exploration and curiosity, and using our voice because we had to cry in order to tell our caregiver that we needed something. And then we get conditioned and we say, no, this is not good, or this is not good, or how it goes. It is so anyway, and then many of us are learning to behave in a certain way so that we would get the appreciation of our caregivers that we need so desperately. But oftentimes we need to play somebody in order to get that we are not. Because what I experienced in my own family is that I was triggering my parents. I brought their own issues back into their attention. But they were not always ready to deal with it, or in fact, they were not ready to deal with it. And this is often like this. So I had to be somebody else as well. And I was often misunderstood and, even misknown, I would say, because sometimes I heard my caregiver talking about me in a way that I was like, no, this is not me. This is not who I think of myself. So anyway, we're being conditioned to shut our voice down, to not speak our truth in order to get what we need to survive. Until the day that we remember who we truly are. Because when we remember who we truly are, that we are soul expressions, that we are divine expression of source energy here on earth, then we can probably understand what happened in our childhood, and we can just leave this version behind us and then go through, how can I say, for me, on my path, as many of you know, I am a coach, and I'm helping my clients to reconnect with this inner essence that is living in all of us, this inner voice, this instrument that wants to be expressed, because we all have a right to be who we are. And my biggest concern is to help people not to go to their graves with their song still inside them, but never being expressed. So when we learn who we truly are, when we remember who we truly are, this is, forgive my language here, but we will give a heck about what others think about us. We will just use our voice again, and we will speak our truth, and we will share our feelings. Or when we see something, we will just share it again like children do, because we are not afraid of being rejected anymore. Because remembering who we truly are really means that we know that we are love and we are loved. As love, we are loved unconditionally. And so instead of listening too much or being afraid of the judgment of others, we will then be one with the universe inside us, with this divinity, this soul expression that lives in all of us, and this will be our guidance. And this is a voice that is oftentimes in our gut feeling. It is our intuition, it is our gut feeling, as I said. It is never judging us. It is never disappointing us. It is never telling us, no, you can't, or this is too big, or this is too whatever. No, this voice is always going to say, yes, you can. Go forward. Move into this direction, baby. I got you. I got your back. So this is what it's such a beautiful subject. And so coming back to Thoreau's quote, when he said most people lead lives in quiet desperation and go to their graves with their songs still inside them, I believe that the most common form of despair is not being who we are. And this is where the circle closes again, because we're coming back to being conditioned to be someone else. I've had many clients who were conditioned to be doctors or lawyers, or, they were brought up in a way believing that this is the only way they can pay their bills, or this is making them a good income and maybe leading the life of their dreams. But there's so much more, when we really express who we are. And when we're doing this with joy, we will always be in service of others, but not in a desperate way, so to speak, just to pay our bills and without any vibrancy or without any charm or anything to share. But when we are doing what we really love, we will bring our heart and soul into it. And this, my dear one, this is when we are truly in service to others. When we are fully expressing our voice, our soul's voice here on earth, this is when we will be in service of others, because we are showing the world, look, you can do this too. You don't have to play this role that you have been conditioned to be anymore. You can be yourself. And it's time to free these chains, to free yourself from these chains that we have always been wearing, and just get back into our divine self and expressing who we are with love, with peace, with compassion and joy. And so this is what I have been confirming, and I always confirm on my walks. I want to share this quote, and then, so I am peace, I am joy, I am love without conditions. I am compassion. I'm always confirming this. And so it is bringing me back into a state of true bliss in a way. I'm just walking through this world astonished about the miracles I see. The way a bird flies, for example, you know, the way they dance through the air when I see the chickadees here. It is so beautiful. Or a butterfly that is stopping and saying hi to a flower and giving it a kiss before it goes further. You know, what if we human beings could be like butterflies and just gently touching the soul of every human being that we meet on our path, caressing it, mwah, giving it a soul's kiss, so to speak, reminding this beautiful soul who it truly is, that it is source expression here on earth, born to be themselves, born to be who they truly are. And when we are being who we truly are, this is when we will feel the love, that unexpressed love, that unexpressed voice in ourselves. This is what will come out then, I truly believe. And this has been my experience so far. So, it was a pleasure for me to share this with you today. It is such an amazing energy right now. So, you know, we are still in this 111 energy. The entire month of November is actually going to be amazing. So it is never too late to set your intention. But ask yourself today, what is your song that has never been expressed? And then just start gently, but, you know, consequently to express it more and more and more. And don't be afraid. Humans will always reject. Humans will always judge. It is normal, you know, but Source is our true advisor. Source is not going to reject you speaking your truth and singing your song. Okay, my beloved soul, I hope this has been helpful to you. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for doing that. It means so much to me. Wishing you all an amazing time and see you in the next video. Bye for now.